in the rain, 5 a.m. this morning, just to watch First Take. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. As I've done every morning, I want to say thank you for coming out, especially this morning, because we know it's raining. You guys waited in the rain for us, and we appreciate it. So give it up for yourselves. Appreciate it.
Arizona, we love you. We love you.
Ditto.
Go! He loves you too. Coming up on the show today, you guys are in for a special treat. Coming up on the show today, we have LaShawn McCoy here, so give it up for LaShawn McCoy. Shady jersey right here, shady jersey right there. Martellus Bennett, tight end for the Bears, will be here. Marty B. We love Marty B. Emmanuel Sanders will also be here. Oh, I got all the jerseys. I appreciate it. And this is a special treat for us. He's been on the show before. Hall of Fame. I call him Famer, actually. But we could know him as Eric Dickerson. Give it up for him. So you guys are definitely in for a treat. Now, look, all week long, you guys know this. We've been asking our guests when they come on to essentially pick who's going to win the Super Bowl. Now it's time to hear from the fellas. Are you guys ready for that? All right, so right now, New England is a 1-point favorite. Essentially, this game is a pick'em. Tom Brady's offense versus the Legion of Boom. Who will win? Now, before the season started, Mr. Bayless, sitting to my left, Skip had the Seahawks over the Pats. You're proud of yourself about that.
In the Super Bowl,
yes,
I did.
You knew that. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. had the Pats winning it all. Gentlemen, are you ready to make your pick?
Yes, we are.
You first, sir.
I can't recall having a tougher time picking a team to win the Super Bowl. I really, really think this is that much of a toss-up. I think about the Seattle Seahawks. I love them Rough Riders. Regardless of Marshawn Lynch's performance in these press conferences, I still root for Beast Mode. Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, of course, my man Cam Chancellor. I'm a fan. I love Rough Riders. That's just how I feel about it. But Richard Sherman does have an elbow injury.
Wow.
Earl Thomas does have a shoulder. Earl Thomas does have a shoulder injury.
He's going.
No, he's not.
And when I look at the New England Patriots, that high-powered offense with Darrelle Revis, with Browner in the secondary, I have every reason to believe that the New England Patriots can win it. But I'm not going in that direction, Skip Bayless. Somehow, some way, I just can't bring, and I will openly admit, I just got the affection for the brothers, the Rough Riders that they are.
I knew it.
Somehow,
I knew it.
Some way, the Legion of Boom will make their presence felt. And I'm picking Brian. Put the Seattle Seahawks on the board for me. I'm going with T-Sizzle. I'm going with Houston. I'm going with Harris and Forsett. I'm going with the Legion of Boom to win this game. 26-22.
Wow.
Seattle Seahawks defend their Super Bowl crown.
Remember I said Stephen A. picked the Patriots to win it all before the season.
So you have backed off your
preseason pick. He has backed off his pick.
Remember, I didn't think that the Legion of Boom would make it. I thought this was New Orleans year, and then Rob Ryan, due to some degree with injuries, they just let me down. I can't, listen, if I lose, it's life. I just can't go against those Rough Riders.
Right.
They just seem to be somebody that if they've got to cut your throat to beat you, they're going to find a way.
What?
That's how I look at the Seattle Seahawks.
We hope it doesn't come to that.
I don't mean it literally. I'm speaking, figuratively in sports vernacular.
Sure.
I just think that these Rough Riders find a way to do whatever it takes. I just can't see them falling in a game of this magnitude. I can't see it.
26-22. So says Stephen A. Smith. Mr. Bayless, the floor is yours.
Like you, Mr. Smith, I cannot ever remember, and I'm a couple of years older than you, but I cannot ever remember being more intrigued by a Super Bowl matchup and more conflicted about which way I'm going to go in said matchup. I'm just happy for all of us that we get to watch this thing on Sunday, because this is going to be good.
That's right.
This ain't going to be no Seattle over Peyton Manning.
No.
This ain't going to be no 43-8.
This is going to be a thriller.
I also want to be very clear about something. Stephen A. Smith, my true friend, and I spoke about a lot of things before this show, but we did not, for 1 second, speak about which team we were going to pick in this game. Is that the truth?
That is.
So I had no idea which way you're going to go, though I'm not surprised about which way you went, because I started getting that drift from you all week long. You're a little anti-Brady, and you're definitely pro-Boom, pro-Legion of Boom.
The Legion
all
of
right?
Boom. Cam Chancellor, man. Cam Chancellor, the hitman.
When I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. local time to get on that treadmill, it hit me, and I knew what I had to do. I am picking the Patriots.
Wow!
I am picking the New England Patriots. Brian Bork. Wait. I want it on top. I want you to slam it up on top.
Bork is loving
Thank
this,
you.
by the way.
Thank you.
Producer Brian Bork. Brian Bork, you're loving this a little too much.
And I'm going to be completely raw, real honest with everybody here and everybody watching on national live television.
I thought we always were.
We always are. Thank you.
All right.
The main reason I am switching my preseason pick to New England is because I just don't like the Seahawks. I'm sorry, I just don't like them. You know what? I'm being honest with you. Listen, I respect the heck out of the Seahawks. They did me right when they went to Philly and they just crushed the Eagles, stepped on their psyches, and they put my Cowboys back in contention with that game. And I rooted for Seattle all through these playoffs because I picked them before the year. But I do not like what Marshawn refuses to say to the media, and I do not like what a whole lot of other Seahawks do say to the media, because they cannot quit talking and talking and talking about what they're going to do to Rob Gronkowski. So I'll be the first to admit, I just couldn't stand picking Seattle because it would ruin my ability to watch the game. I just couldn't root for the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday against a Patriots team that I do like, because we all know I respect the heck out of Tom Brady, and I believe this is his time and his year, because I've talked a lot about Psycho Tom this year. This man has been on a mission from August on to win this Super Bowl. And Stephen A., I might be going heart over head here, because the odds makers really disagreed with me. They're on your side. Everything that you talked about, I buy into. The Vegas odds makers, the guys who really know what's up, what did they say before this whole thing started? Their first early Super Bowl line was Seattle by 2.5 points. That's a true line. And if the Patriots do win this game, Stephen A., I'm going to say it's more of an upset. I'm going with the upset, even though New England is a slight betting favorite because the public likes New England.
Let me say this. I don't want to hear that. It ain't an upset. The fact of the matter is that you got Tom Brady, you got Rob Gronkowski. I'm told Julian Edelman is a tough son of a gun.
Yeah.
We know LeGarrette Blount is a 250-pound running back. We know Seattle have had some issues against the run. We see that Sherman is hurt in the secondary, that Earl Thomas is hurt in the secondary. We see all the things that are transpiring. And at the end of the day, New England shouldn't necessarily be an underdog because they're perceived as being a more complete team. There is no Percy Harvin anymore like it was last year against Denver. There is no Golden Tate anymore like there was last year against Denver. All we've got is Russell Wilson, Beast Mode, Doug Baldwin, Luke Wilson, and maybe Curse from time to time. When you look at it from that perspective, I say that the New England Patriots are perceived as being a more complete team. But if there is ever a sport where being a Rough Rider, having a heart of steel comes into play, it's in the sport of football. And when we talk about that heart, that straight up dog in you, okay? I'm going to roll with Seattle. I don't like what I see Marshawn Lynch doing in press conferences. But that doesn't mean I don't like him. It doesn't mean I don't respect him. And it doesn't mean I don't believe he is elite at what he does. Russell Wilson is a playmaker. And I can't say this enough. It ain't just the Legion of Boom. There's a front line with Bennett and Averill and those boys that are coming for Tom Brady. And I believe, in my heart of hearts, as nervous as I am, because I do kind of, as much as I love Mr. Kraft, because I just love this man, the fact is, I love the Legion of Boom. These are some rough riders. And I think that I think you got a nation of people out there that look at them as wearing the proverbial black hats. They want them to fall. They want Sherman silence. They want Earl Thomas silence. They want to see Cam Chancellor be the get-hit man instead of the hit man. They want to see all of this stuff, and I don't like it. So I am of the mindset that the Legion of Boom, sensing all the vitriol aimed in their direction, will rise to the challenge and remind everybody why they are the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions.
Can we get an amen?
And that's what this is coming down to. I'm rolling with the Legion of Boom.
From the choir.
Oh, please shut up! Everybody stop it! Stephen Hayes, stop it. I'm going to tell you why this will be an upset if New England wins. Do you remember what Baltimore did to New England at Foxborough in that playoff game?
Yeah.
Baltimore ran wild on New England, which is why I believe Marshawn is going to get his. He might get 150. Was New England able to run a lick on Baltimore that day? 14 yards on 13 tries?
Yeah.
Really? Are you kidding me? That's why I'm scared to death. That's why I'm calling this an upset. That's why I'm saying Brady is going to have to be every bit Tom Brady at his greatest, as he was against Baltimore that day when they came from 14 down twice in that game. That's what's going to happen. Tom Brady is going to have to be the MVP of this game, and I'm going to piggyback what you said. Thank you very much. There you go. I'm going to piggyback what you said about my man Minitron. As in little Julian Edelman.
Oh, okay.
He's going to have to come up big in this game against Seattle's zone defenses because they play a whole lot of zone. He's going to have to catch a lot of little underneath passes.
You attached the name Tron
Julian Edelman.
to Julian Edelman?
I didn't. Whoa, wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Tom Brady attached the name Minitron to Julian Edelman. Minitron.
What blasphemy.
I don't think it's blasphemy.
What blasphemy.
Hey, you know what?
He might pay, Julian Edelman might pay dearly for that.
You know what?
I think that was a mistake by Tom Brady.
Julian Edelman is a bad boy.
He's a bad boy, but he's also a mini dude
and
that
you know
doesn't mind going over the middle, and that is a mistake.
Okay, he's going to have to prove he can withstand a whole lot of punishment because he's going to take a whole lot of punishment. And I think he's okay. So it's going to come down to me, to number 12 for the New England Patriots, making one more big play than Russell Wilson makes.
What's your score?
I got New England 21, Seattle 20. 21 to 20 on a late Brady play. 21 to 20.
On a late
Brady play.
Ladies and gentlemen, was that not worth it? Did we not enjoy that?
We both switched.
They both switched their preseason
and I'm
picks.
happy.
And
I feel
you're
good
done
about
with that.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a really good point. I like the Legion of Boom. I like what they say. I like what they stand for. I also like Tom Brady.
So which way are you going, Carrie?
I'm going with the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots because I root for Brady.
I'm actually surprised.
So, all week long, we've asked our guests to put their pick'ems on the board, so to speak. So now we want to hear from you at home. You heard what the gentleman had to say. You heard what I said. We want to know who wins Super Bowl 49. Go to that hashtag FTPick and let us know. We got Martellus Brady at the pick'em board. I think he's working for me now. What's happening over there? You're putting that on for? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Martellus Bennett, you put that on the board for me.
I'm just trying to make sure your hair looks nice in the
Thank
picture.
you. And of course, he made his pick as well.
Smart
He
man.
made his pick as well. He is going with the Seattle Seahawks. It may be family related as well, but that's okay. We'll talk about it after the break. You guys, thank you so much for being here all week long. We've asked you to give us your Super Bowl